Place your bets as we are finally here in the grand finals of Sparkling Tuna Cup number 30. There have been 30 editions of this tournament. Oh boy, it's been so long. But here we go, spawning in the top right hand corner of Royal Blood, we have our Polish Protoss player. He's not pink. Why is he not pink? Shaking my head. He's the red Protoss representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice. Oh, and as a reminder, this is not a best of 3. This is a best of 5 PvP. 1 veto each, and the rest of the maps are on the table. Vámonos, papi, vámonos. And again, this is what I love about our tournaments, about the Sparkling Tuna Cup specifically. We're able to see these regions collide as well. In Poland and Taiwan. Sure, like they sometimes face off in ESL Open Cups, especially ESL Open Cup Americas, but you know, we get to see them again here as well. It's beautiful. Bringing people together. Bringing them all together as we are getting into our openers. Both players going to be going for 2 gate openers, as to be expected. Nothing too crazy. No one is pulling a max packs and trying to go for a gate expand on Royal Blood. Feels bad, man. No. But really, it's the follow-ups that we're going to be keeping our eyes on. Are we going to be seeing some standard timings for our natural bases? Are we going to be going into faster Stargates or Twilight Councils? And what will our first 2 units be? That's the question. Again, also a shout out to Nice, because this is the first time he's actually playing in a Sparkling Tuna Cup. He's been talking about it for quite some time. I know that Gogo Joy reached out to him and was telling him about Grand Platypus Open, because we did recently open up our Oceanic tournament to the Taiwanese region as well. And Nice wanted to play in it yesterday. He wanted to play, but he wasn't able to show up in time. But hey, he may have missed out on GPO. But he's here for the tuna, for the Dongwon. Let's go. Let's go. We can already see a variation in our openers, as Krystianer is going to be going for a double Adept opener, and Nice is going for a much more standard double Stalker instead. So obviously in a head-to-head fight, Nice will be able to overpower all these Adepts. But Krystianer, he's not about fighting head-to-head. He's about bypassing those Stalkers, shedding past them, and getting into a mineral line. And it's not just 2 Adepts. We're working up to 4. Possibly even 6 after this. And the goal here is to be able to power through this wall and get into the mineral line with 6 Adepts as well. Even if you throw down a pylon to defend, you can DPS through it and break through that pylon and just keep on going. Meanwhile, the Adepts have been revealed. Thankfully for Nice, he was quite aggressive with these Stalkers, but oh, they're going to be hunted down. 4 Adepts can go toe-to-toe with this army, and he's going to be looking to try and pick up one of these Stalkers. The reinforcing Stalkers are on the way. Oh! They do show up in time. Meanwhile, behind this, still more Adepts on the way. They are on the way. 1 Stalker is going to be going down. We trade 1 Stalker for 1 Adept. Again, Krystianer still has plenty to work with. He's warping in even more as we speak. And behind this is going to be going for a Robo follow-up, not a Twilight Council. Interesting. Meanwhile, again, because Nice is being so active with these Stalkers, he does get eyes on these Adepts, is fully aware of them, and is getting ready to wall off back at home. Again, because there are so many Adepts, ideally you wall off with a Gateway, not with the Shield Battery or a Pylon. As Krystianer is trying to dive on in, but there we go, the Gateway is thrown down. Krystianer is going to be able to get another one of these Stalkers, but can't find any more damage than that. He tries to force his way through, but is unsuccessful. And I do like this follow-up here from Krystianer, because he is at a very heavy Stalker deficit. Like, because the amount of Stalkers that Nice has, Krystianer would be in a lot of trouble, but that's why we need Immortals to make up for that. We have Immortals on the way, we have Sentries as well. As the Adepts do try to shade past, they get into the mineral line, and they're going to be able to get some probes. 2 probes go down, not bad. But this is a pretty big commitment into these Adepts. Not just Adepts, but it also slowed down everything else as well. Behind this though, Krystianer has been able to probe quite heavily. But now Nice has the map control. He's moving out with his Stalkers. He has his Oracles as well. He's got a second one coming up behind this. And because we don't have any Stalkers defensively, these Oracles, they can get a lot of damage done. Uh-oh. Thankfully, we do have that shield, but if we do warp into 2 Stalkers defensively, Oracle will be pushed back. Nice, gonna be threatening the natural, but yo, we have 2 Immortals, like we're fine. Krystianer should be fine here with 2 Immortals and an overcharge. Nice, trying to find a better angle. Ooh, there's no shield battery at the natural. And probes will go down. If he wanted to, he could even go for the sentries. Adepts shade into the main base as well. Krystianer being pulled apart here as so many probes are falling. And we get 10. Up. 9 probes go down. 10 probes go down even. Can we get 12? Up. 11 in total. The Stalker is just applying pressure here at the natural as well. Get the shield battery. Krystianer does hold in the end, but he did lose a lot, and now he's forcing himself all in. We saw this in Arrow 5 versus Krystianer as well earlier in the day. Krystianer is going to be going for Glaive Adepts. He's going to be delaying or just not going for a third base at all. Focusing on an Immortal Adept push. Now, did Nice see the additional gateways? He did not. He doesn't know that Krystianer is going to be avoiding that third Nexus. And Nice is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Especially if he isn't set up back at home. He's moving out with his Stalkers. As he moves out, so does Krystianer. Oh, the Prism will just barely be missed. We can see Nice, he has high ground vision, he can blink into the main, but his opponent's already all in. We're gonna have to recall. Here we go, Krystianer is rocking up across the map with 2 Immortals, with a mass amount of sentries, and with Glaive Adepts. Meanwhile, I love this. Nice, he's depowering all the production. Gateways are going down, boys are being pulled, the force fields will stop them though. Up! As the probes all go down, there is no escape. But again, I love this from Nice. He just makes sure every single gateway is depowered. There will not be any reinforcements across the map before he recalls. Meanwhile, Krystianer breaks into the main base. And will we even recall? That's the question. Probes have been evacuated. We're trading places. we're trading mains. All right, let's go. We get the units here. Nice only has 3 probes left. They are all across the map, safe and sound. Meanwhile, Krystianer has saved an entire mineral line and already has a backup Nexus on the way. When it comes to the armies themselves, we have 18 Blink Stalkers from Nice. We have 2 Immortals and only 6 Adepts from Krystianer and 6 Stalkers. The Immortals do help, but again, our army is just not large enough, I feel. We'll see. Nice has so much more maneuverability here. Has to be very careful with his blinks. Doesn't lose any Stalkers. Not yet. So we see him trying to pick off whatever he can. Oh. And Krystianer will have a better economy faster because he saves so many more workers, but at the end of the day, like, he doesn't have any production working his way. Oh, 1 Stalker of Nice will go down. Up, almost just a second. Nice to be very careful here as he barely gets a sentry. And Nice just trying to pick off whatever he can. The Oracle comes in from behind, gets even more probes. Another Stalker goes down as well. Krystianer, every engagement he's losing 1 or 2 units. Oh, the bait. Nice focus on the hallucination. Right, a bit of wasted DPS. But he gets another Adept. He gets a Sentry as well. Loses a Stalker though. Meanwhile, across the map, Nice trying to get underway. Oh, Nice, does he have any probes left? No, Nice, he rallied all his probes across the map. Nice doesn't really have an economy to speak of. Oof. See that Oracle diving in whenever it can. Here we go, we have one probe mining for Nice. Let's go. Gets the last sentry, no more force fields. Again, such a delicate dance here from Nice. Just dips in whenever he can. He's pulling back the weakened stalkers. Using those shields. And it does feel like, oh my god, as Nice overextends, he trades 2 for 1. And the Adepts come back. They kill the last probe of Nice. He doesn't have enough resources. He doesn't have enough minerals to make another probe. What you see is what you get. Nice, 14 stalkers. That is all he has. When these gateways have repowered. Oh god, another stalker goes down. I think Krystianer's done it. I think these immortals are just too much. Yeah, another stalker goes down. He's committed to the fight. Oh my god. Initially, Nice was trading quite well, but not anymore. Boy, here we go. We have a shield battery. We have an overcharge. I love this. Nice. He dips in. He activates the shields. He triggers them. But we still have an overcharge. That's the problem. And we dive on in, but we have the overcharge. The Immortals will survive, and Krystianer, he defends. GG gets called. Krystianer takes game number 1. Oh my god. After a pretty intense moment. GG. I have to wonder, would things have been different if Nice had kept more probes alive? You know, if he had a better economy, would he have been able to, you know, repower some of his buildings, rebuild, reinforce his army? Maybe. Ugh. GG, well played. Oh, what a game 1. That was only game 1. And now we're going to keep on going from here. I'm going to be jumping into game number 2. You would not believe your eyes at the Terran getting oraclized. Oh. Here we go. As now we get into game number 2. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Gressfarm, we have the Polish Protoss player, currently up 1-0 in this best of 5 grand finals. We have representing Team Blazer, Krystianer. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Gressfarm, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss player down in this series, but not out. Representing Starlight Twinkle, it is Nice. Oh boy, and yeah, a pretty interesting, a pretty wild turn of events as well in that last game. I feel like Nice had the better end of things, especially in the early to mid game, and his ability to pull apart his opponent with his oracles, with his adepts as well. But Krystianer went for the 2-base all-in, and he was able to execute that all-in or that base trade much better. He was so more mentally prepared as well to preserve his worker count and send his probes across the map. Nice, not so much, unfortunately. And on top of that, Nice was working with a pure Stalker army, and Krystianer had those powerhouse units in those Immortals. Ugh. It was crazy, it was crazy. But we'll see where things send us here in game number 2. As the players do just shake it off. Get ready for the next game. Once again, 2 gate openers all around. No one is taking the plunge, trying to go for a more economic opener instead. Not yet, anyway, not yet. As I imagine the mass adept opener from Krystianer is something kept only for Royal Blood, and yeah, I don't expect to see that 2 games in a row double Stalker from both of our players. Beautiful. So for the time being, they will be mirroring each other. As Krystianer even just throws down that shield battery, keeps that probe sealed into the main. And the scouting probe of Nice should go down. Meanwhile, Krystianer was able to escape with his own. So a nice little win here by Krystianer. Able to get some secure damage. Behind this, we're getting into a sentry as well. Only 1 unit, only 1 sentry, as we're going to be going for a faster nexus. Meanwhile, Nice goes for 2 more stalkers, so that will be slowing down his own base instead. So a more defensive economic opener here from Krystianer. Meanwhile, Nice, oh. He didn't just make 2 more, he didn't just make 4 stalkers, he's going for his 5th and 6th stalker as well. There is no natural base. He's throwing down a proxy pylon across the map. Krystianer does go for the full-out probe scout because the probe survived the early game, and he does confirm the lack of nexus. Oh boy. Now we're not really making use of that pylon yet. Nice is still, he's going up to 3 gates though. He can reinforce across the map. He can look to overwhelm and overpower the army of Krystianer. He does have better production. And Nice, just make sure he gets a kill on that probe before he doubles down. Goes for another warping of stalkers across the map. And will eventually expand. Quite a delayed expansion, but it's setting up for it nonetheless. Never mind, he warps in again. he's very committed here on 1 base. It looked like he was thinking about expanding, but he thought better of it. He wants to keep the 1 base all in. Up and running. He's pushing on forward. Bearing in mind, these are vanilla stalkers. They don't have blink, and they are being sealed in with these force fields. Overcharge is putting in a lot of work, and it looks like even though Krystianer is losing some units, he's trading far more efficiently. He forces Nice back. We have our immortal, and now with the power of this immortal, what can Nice do? He can't break this. He doesn't have blink. He can't dive in. Oh. Yeah, Nice. He sealed his own fate by not expanding. GG gets called. Krystianer, he defends against the 1 base all in and takes game number 2. Wow, GG. Again, like these little minute details. It was so important for Krystianer to keep that 1 probe alive. If you remember the scouting probe, it came back and it was that very same probe that checked and confirmed that there was no natural base from Nice. So Krystianer knew that he needed to throw down a robo, start an immortal, get his shield batteries, and just set up defensively back at home. The 1 hero probe, the probe died. But again, it did confirm that Nice was on 1 base, and now Krystianer, he is a 1 game away from becoming this week's champion. Wow. I'm a little bit in shock, a little bit in awe. Let's go. Vámonos, papi, vámonos. As we're going to be loading into game number 3, and game 3 will be taking place on Ancient Cistern. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have our Polish Protoss player representing Team Blazer, currently up 2-0 in this grand finals, one game away from becoming this week's champion. It is Krystianer. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the best player in all of Taiwan, struggling here in the finals. Down 0-2, needs to win every game moving forward if he wants his shot at becoming this week's champion. Representing Starlight Twinkle, it is Nice. Oh boy. Nice trying to turn the tables in game 2 by going for a 1-base all-in, trying to be aggressive himself and having some mixed success, or not really not really finding the damage that he was looking for, unfortunately. And I don't blame him for going for that after game 1. Like game 1, like Nice was in a commanding position initially before the base trade. So I can understand maybe the frustrations in Nice after realizing or knowing that he was in such a good position, and for that to kind of slip through his fingers. For him to try to vent those frustrations in game 2 with an all-in, it didn't quite work out in the end. And now Krystianer, he's looking so good right now. He's looking so in form. As, oh my god, Nice is going for a gate expand. He's crazy. He's lost his mind. He's going for a gate expand, but he's going for the gate on the high ground instead. So, an interesting variation here of this economic opener from Nice. And he may be goading Krystianer into his own 1-base all-in. Krystianer went for a 2-gate opener, a standard opener on Gressvan, and upon seeing how fast this Nexus is, like Krystianer, he has to punish this in some way. This is Nice saying, come at me. This is a statement in PvP. Alright, here we go. We do have a Stargate follow-up here by Krystianer. It looks like he is looking to expand. We'll see if he will. Nice is like, what are you gonna do about it? I'm just gonna have a better economy. Oh boy. Krystianer moves out with a handful of adepts, so he's going to be aggressive with oracles and adepts. This is a good response. With this, he's going to be able to look to try and get into the mineral lines and cripple the economy of Nice, despite the fact that Nice is going to have more pro production. He's already ahead in the workers as well. Krystianer is going to be doing his best job here to try and stem that in some way. As more adepts are racing across the map, Krystianer going to be going for that later expansion. He's not being goaded into an all-in. Meanwhile, in the main, we have our second gateway on the way. We had a robo follow-up as well to get into immortal production if we needed to. Here we go. Krystianer has arrived. Now, with the amount of adepts we have, it's possible that Krystianer may combine his forces, and he may use his adepts and his oracle to try and power through this shield battery. That wouldn't be a bad option. But we'll see. As we're waiting for our second oracle to show up. We didn't go up to 6 adepts, though. That's the worrisome thing. He only has 4, so he doesn't have that much firepower. As the adepts are going to be keeping these stalkers busy. As the stalkers are busy, the oracles are going to be able to go into the main. But there are also 2 stalkers in said main base. The oracles don't find any damage. The adepts pick off some workers at least. 3 probes do go down, but only 3. Ugh. And these oracles just haven't had too much success at all. We can see Nice still maintains his probe lead. Should be working on the rest of his tech as well. There we go. Twilight Council is thrown down. A little bit late from Nice, I will say, but it's on the way nonetheless. We can can get back into this. Thankfully, Krystianer kept his oracles alive, so at any moment he can dive in and potentially get a lot of worker damage. It could be a minute from now, it could be 2 minutes from now, but regardless, the potential is there. God, it's nice to go straight for a third. Oh my god, he's being so greedy this game. Just not stopping at all. Taking all the bases here as he's fully saturated on 2 bases. He's still working off of only 2 gateways, which is like, this is so greedy. He's got his third on the way. He's only got 2 gateways. He's going for a forge as a follow-up as well. He's working with the bare minimum as his opponent, Krystianer, is going for blink and setting up with 4 gateways as well. Krystianer does have eyes on that 3rd nexus. But Krystianer, yeah, he's going to be responding with his own 3rd, actually. But yeah, nice. He's getting away with just delaying his gateways for so long. We have an even Stalker count. Krystianer wants to try to apply some pressure and wants to try and punish this 3rd base. We'll see if he can. He does have blink. He does have stasis traps. There we go. The Stalker is chipping away at this 3rd base, but the Immortal has arrived. As has to be careful. Up! One stasis trap does go off. And so will the 2nd. Oh my god, the entire army gets stasis, and now this 3rd base is under threat. Krystianer is going to be able to shut this down completely. At the same time, we were talking about these oracles before, and there is nothing in the main base to defend. There are 2 Stalkers, but that is not enough. Probes are falling left and right. The 3rd base goes down, and Krystianer, he can even punish these stasis units. In the blink of an eye, Krystianer just completely pulls Nice apart. Any kind of advantage that Nice once had, it just isn't there anymore. He's got 1 Immortal, but that's all he's got. The Oracle dives back in. Still no shield battery in the main base. More probes fall. And Krystianer, he's back. He wants that Immortal. He wants it, and he's gonna get it as well. He blinks on forward. The Immortal goes down. And so will these Stalkers. Nice, trying to be greedy, trying to get away with his fast 3rd base, but he gets punished for it so hard. To be fair, maybe he could have held on if it wasn't for the stasis traps. GG gets called, and Krystianer, he'll take game number 3, and he'll be this week's Sparkling Tuna Cup champion. GG. Oh my god. Didn't drop a single map here in the grand finals. Dominant performance. What I will say, of course, is that game 1 was close. Game 1, oh, as I just let them know. GG, well played. Game 1 was really close. Game 1, I do think, was actually in favor of Nice. I think Nice was winning game 1 until the base trade happened, and then things got really chaotic. But game 2 and game 3 were a lot more straightforward. Nice trying to be aggressive in game 2, trying to be economic in game 3, and Krystianer shutting him down at every turn. GG, well played. Congratulations. Let me just check the history here. Has Krystianer, has he won a Sparkling Tuna Cup before? I know he's played in a lot of these, and I know he's gotten 2nd place before. But has he been a champion? And it looks like he has. He has. Oh my. Oh boy. Yeah, he's got quite a number of these under his belt, and he's going to have another as well. Congratulations to Krystianer. He's won 4 of these Sparkling Tuna Cups, and now this is his 5th. Krystianer, fun fact. When it comes to overall Sparkling Tuna Cup wins, Krystianer is 2nd only to 1 player. And that's Bjorn. Bjorn has the most Sparkling Tuna Cup wins, which makes sense. Every single time Bjorn shows up, he does walk away with a paycheck. I don't think anyone's been able to stop Bjorn whenever he does appear. But yeah, this time, Krystianer does have a dominant performance. Krystianer actually didn't drop a single map today. Not a single map, even though we had some really close games. Again, shout out to not just Nice, but Mindo VK earlier. Mindo VK game 1 against Krystianer. I think it was game 1 or maybe it was game 2, but had a really close game as well. Even though we had 2 zeros and 3 zeros across the board, like that doesn't really tell the entire story here about how well some of the other players performed against Krystianer. Oh, but regardless, GG, well played. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well won and well deserved. Well deserved. Those stasis traps. Those stasis traps in that last game. Congratulations, Krystianer. Congratulations to our Polish Protoss player, and yeah, I hope everyone in the chat enjoyed themselves as well. For those who don't know, this is a bi-weekly tournament, so it's not every week, but every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, we do host Sparkling Tuna Cup, and we used to host it on Thursdays. We used to host this event Thursday nights, but we have moved it to the weekend, and that's because of 2 reasons. One, Thursdays, letting other players know. But Thursdays were GSL days. GSL is on Thursdays, and it was affecting some of the Korean signups. It meant that players like Bjorn and Keen and Nightmare and players like that, they couldn't sign up for Sparkling Tuna Cup because they were kind of clashing. So we're like, okay. And on top of that, I'm sure people want to watch GSL. They want to watch GSL as well. So we didn't want to clash with GSL. So we have moved off of Thursdays and onto Sundays because ESL Open Cup Asia was also moved from Sunday to Monday. So suddenly Sunday became a little more available for a tournament to be held. And that is why this is the first time we are actually running our tournament in this time slot. So mark your calendars, mark your calendars. If we do change the time of our tournament, then we will announce it on social media. But for the most part, this should be where we call home for now, at least for the foreseeable future. Sunday nights, at least here in Australia. I know it's Sunday morning, I believe, in Europe. Sunday morning, wherever you happen to be. Yeah. There's a lot of history here in the Sparkling Tuna Cup. It is our open tournament, and if you want to support this tournament, ! Matcherino in the chat, as there is a Matcherino page where you can contribute directly to our lovely finalists and to Krystianer and to Nice, as of course they will be walking away with the majority of the prize pool. Otherwise, you can support us on Patreon. Patreon is set up to grow this tournament, just like KSL. KSL, of course, focusing on the Korean scene. We try to focus on some of the other smaller regions. We've tried to focus on the Asia region, not including Korea. We try to focus on North America, Latin America, Oceania, Southeast Asia. That's where our main focus lies. And our goals for Patreon are to eventually turn our tournaments, to fund our tournaments fully, and to also make them into weeklies as well. Into weekly tournaments, which would be amazing. It'd be so great to have weekly tournaments again. At the moment, we don't really have the funds for it, but that's what Patreon is for. So yeah, if you're interested in supporting these events, consider becoming a patron. You don't just support us, but you also get replay packs. Replay packs from all of the events that we do have permission to share replays with. Not just these tournaments, but OSC King of the Hill, NA Apprentice, and many others. Even the, I think, OSC mid-season playoffs as well. So yeah, we do try to provide as much value as we can. Plenty of replay packs, plenty of them. If you're interested in learning or even casting yourself, then we got you covered. Yeah, with that, GG, well played. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Shout out to all the raids that we got today. We got Frost earlier. I didn't get to give Frost a shout out earlier, but a shout out to Frost, shout out to Eggs, and shout out to SJW Pro as well. SW Pro, as we got so many lovely and wonderful raids. Thank you. We appreciate the support. We appreciate it. And if you want to tune in to more of the Cranky Ducklings, we're going to be live once again in 1 hour. Oh boy. We're going to be live in 1 hour with World Team League. The third day, the final day of WTL is soon to be upon us in 1 hour. And it's going to be pretty intense. We're going to be casting Berserker Esports versus Team Basilisk. So that's Cyril, Rainer, and Trigger. for Basilisk, and we're also going to be casting Team Liquid versus Shopify Rebellion. Oh, that's going to be a juicy one tonight. That's going to be a juicy one. Let me quickly check the lineups here for Team Liquid versus Shopify. That's going to be Skillus versus Bjorn, Clem versus Lambo, and a Laser versus Harstem. Oh, that's going to be so good. That's going to be a really close one. Both Team Liquid and Shopify, they're some of the stronger teams in WTL, and they're going to be facing off in a couple of hours. Likewise, when it comes to Berserker Esports versus Basilisk, Berserker Esports, they're more of a dark horse in the tournament, but we wish them the best of luck. It's going to be Battle B versus Sterile, Spats versus Trigger, and Papi versus Rainer. Oh, I got to cheer for Papi. My Papi. And Spats in a PvP against Trigger, that can go either way as well. Best of luck to Battle B. Battle B against Sterile is going to be a little bit brutal, I'll be honest. It's going to be far more one-sided than I think some of the other series, but best of luck to Battle B. Fingers crossed. So, yeah, this channel is going to be live in 1 hour with WTL. So if you're interested, hit that follow button. Be notified for when we go live, and we'll see you guys in an hour for some more StarCraft. Otherwise, if you want to tune into more of myself, I'm light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I stream throughout the week. Whenever I'm not casting, I'm usually streaming. But on days like today where I have back-to-back casts, I don't typically stream on my channel because I try to preserve my voice and I want to preserve my brain. And I try to make sure that I'm not like fatigued or anything like that when we're getting into a broadcast. So I do typically rest and I avoid laddering beforehand as best I can. But yeah, you can follow me there if you're interested. Some Masters Zerg gameplay if you want some of that. Otherwise, if you're only interested in our broadcasting into our tournaments, then follow us here on the Cranky Ducklings. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We have a YouTube channel. We have a Discord server. We have a Patreon. We've got it all. We have it all. And we are live on a daily basis, multiple times a day. Like today. Today we're live twice in another hour. Tomorrow we're going to be live with ESL Open Cup Asia. And we're also going to be live with OSC King of the Hill. So another 2 broadcasts tomorrow as well. Plenty of StarCraft ahead of us. Plenty of it. And yeah, you can be a part of it if you follow us. You can also join us on Discord if you want to join our prediction game. We do predictions, like we get the community involved and we all do predictions for WTL. And we rank each other and we aggregate points and all that stuff. Not quite like fantasy, like football, but you know, predictions nonetheless. It's not like we have a... maybe we should set that up as well. Fantasy Pro League used to be a thing back in the day. Would be interesting for WTL. But yeah, if you want to join the prediction game for World Team League, join us on Discord. And with that, thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you for the support. Hold on. Let me message Kuro. I'll see if we're going to do a handoff because I don't do the production for WTL. Kuro does the production for WTL. So we may just go live straight away, or I'll give someone a raid. That's fine. We can always spread the love to someone else. Oh, Eba just went. Okay, I may just raid Eba. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. We'll see you guys in 15 minutes for some more StarCraft. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.